I'm R.
And I'm R. And we're R and R's.
Hi. This week's theme was day versus night, and we had so much fun doing these nail art designs.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, but this week was a little tough, but I think it ended up pretty great. And you know, each week I have to take off the polish from the week before, and it's really sad to see your beautiful creations just gone. But I have to leave room for these new creations. I mean, this week's nails were way better than last week's nails. So, even though it's sad, gotta keep moving forward.
Wow, I cannot relate. I just chip off all my nail polish after like the third day of wearing it.
Okay, do not do that. Do not hurt the nail. Just put another coat of polish. Just save the nails.
Anyways, for my idea, I did a half-day, half-night look, and I incorporated plenty of rhinestones and glitter, and I made it so there's a half of a sun and a half of the moon that combine to be one circle.
Well, for my nail look, I was heavily inspired by the night owls and early birds, and I literally just put the animals on my nails. I had a lot of fun making this one because I could personally relate to the night owl side of things.
And I am an early bird, so together we just make Rachel's full nail look.
You guys can tell us what you think down below too. Are you a night owl or are you an early bird?
Well, I think we should just get right into the video.
Of course, I removed my old polish and added on a base coat. So here I have a dark blue, which is actually on my other hand, and then I will take a light blue, and then those will be my base colors. So I painted my thumb and index finger the dark blue. Then for my middle finger, I wanted to do a gradient, and to do so without a sponge, I painted one corner of my nail dark blue and the other light blue. Then I took a wet Q-tip and dabbed in between the two colors. Later I used the brush to reapply a little color. Then adding a top coat. Once you're done the base coats, we can get onto the thumb. The thumb was inspired by, it's sort of like Aurora Borealis / galaxy / night sky, I don't know. But I used a brush and I just went across with white, dark blue, light blue, purple, pink, and a bit of yellow, and then put on a holographic top coat. Once I was done with the thumb, I could move on to the moon on the index finger. So using the purple polish, I painted a quarter-ish circle in the corner of my nail, and then mixed it with the already existing blue polish, and then adding a bit of glitter. Now we can make the owl. To do so, I painted 2 triangles for its ears and connected those with a line. Then I created a circular head. Then I did 2 curving lines for the rest of its body. I filled that in with the purple from the moon and then made sure to have a thinner white outline. Then I made little dots using an orange, dark purple, and a turquoise for its chest. Once that's finished, I can move on to the eyes. I connected 2 dots of the same dark purple from before for the base of the eyes. Then I put 2 dots of white down with a dotting tool. For its beak, I did a downwards facing triangle in yellow, with the brush again adding 2 dots for its pupils. Then I just added some holographic polish in the background with the brush. Now that that's finished, we can move on to the rest of our nails. Before we get onto the bird, we're going to paint the rest of our nails with holographic polish. On the pinky, we're going to be drawing a sun in the corner. So just make a circle, just like the moon before, but with yellow, then adding little lines coming out. I used this number 21 Sally Hansen glitter polish and just put some on the sun. To start with the bird, I just drew 3 lines on the bottom of my nail. Next, I extended the first and the third lines, making sure not to cross over the sun. The last step for the outline is to close the wing. First, the face was painted with a pink and the wing with a dark blue. Then, using the dark blue, turquoise, and pink, I added squiggly lines along its body. You can see me adding pink to the head. Lastly, I just added a bit of turquoise on the bottom and on the head. Then I added a white dot and then a angled black line in its eye, and adding a line of yellow for its beak. Now we can get onto the last step, which of course is the holographic background. And once that's finished, our nails are done. I am very proud of this look, and I think that it ended up beautifully. The animals were just adorable. Hope you guys liked my tutorial and try it out for yourselves. But now we can get on to another amazing tutorial.
For this week's look, I'm doing a half day, half night look with a half of a sun and a half of a moon. To start it off, I'm painting my pinky and my ring finger a light sky blue to represent the day sky, and then I'm painting my middle finger and my index finger white because I'm going to be making a gradient. And as you can see, here I'm painting my thumb white, but I would suggest that you paint it the same sky blue instead, and you'll see why later. And of course, put second coats. And now I'm taking this Q-tip and putting white nail polish on it to make the clouds. I find it gives it a really fluffy and realistic look. Just dab it on with the Q-tip and fit as many as you'd like, and do the same thing on the ring finger and the thumb. Next, I'm taking this peel off base coat because I'm going to be making a blue and black gradient. All you have to do is surround the skin around your middle finger and your index finger because you can peel it right off if you get any nail polish on it. Make sure to put generous coats and wait for it to dry completely. If you don't have this, you can always use tape. Next, to make the gradient itself, I'm taking this makeup sponge and painting one line of black and one line of blue. Make sure that the layers are thick enough so that you could sponge it onto your nail properly. All you have to do is press it on, and you might have to do a few layers of this. Next, take a top coat and put it on top of the gradient to smooth it out. Now all I'm doing is peeling off the peel off base coat so there's no more nail polish on my fingers. And anything that's left I can just easily take off with a Q-tip. Next, I'm taking this small dotting tool and dipping it into white to make a bunch of tiny dots all over the middle finger and the index finger to represent little stars in the night sky. And then to dazzle it up a little bit more, I'm taking this glittery hollow polish and painting it all across the middle finger and the index finger. Next, make a yellow semicircle on the day nail and a white semicircle on the night nail. Make sure they are facing each other so that they make a full circle. Now I'm placing my rhinestones. First, make sure the base you're placing on it is wet or at least tacky, and pick out some yellow and orange rhinestones of various shapes. In between placements, I'm securing them in using a rhinestone nail polish. It looks like a top coat, but it is much better for rhinestones in keeping them in place. Also, to place them, I started from the center and made a pattern working my way out instead of placing them randomly. Keep placing rhinestones until you've reached the end of the yellow nail polish. Next, you're going to use the same Q-tip technique that you used to make the clouds to make the craters on the moon. All you have to do is dab on a dark gray and then add white over top to make it more blended in. Now I'm finishing off the rhinestone look with some rectangular rhinestones that I'm going to use to make the sun's rays. And finish it off with a rhinestone top coat. I wasn't exactly sure what I was going to do for the thumb, so I did this in a bit of a weird order. I would suggest that you put tape across the bottom of your blue nail with the clouds and then paint the top white. Wait for that to dry and then add a gradient like before, but sideways. Make sure to use the same colors as you used before, and you can also reuse the sponge. Add your glitter, peel off the tape, Then add a white line to divide the two sides between day and night. The final step is, of course, to put a top coat on each one of your nails. Make sure to do it very carefully, as you don't want to be smudging your beautiful design. I also didn't put a top coat on the ring finger because it already had plenty of the rhinestone top coat and I didn't feel like it needed more protection. That is the final day versus night look. I hope you all like it and maybe even try it out for yourselves.
We hope you guys liked this week's tutorials and try them out for yourselves.
Yeah, we're having a lot of fun with these challenges, and of course, you guys can try them out too.
And don't forget to check out our newest looks on our Instagram, which will be linked down below.
And don't forget to stay cool
and safe.